How to get us how to get unstuck in life. Did you know that there are three main differences between adults and kids? The first one is age, life experience, and independence. You know, when God created man, he gave us free will. He gave us free will to do whatever we want. That's why God does not come from heaven and literally tell you, do this, do that. He has control over what we do, but he gave us free will to be able to do whatever we want. And adults and kids, we all have free will, but the main difference is that kids cannot really use their free will. If you pay attention very well, you will find that every time you tell a child to do something, it's like you just interrupted them. It's like they really don't want to do it, but because they're children and they're under your guidance, and because they need you to provide, they will hesitantly do it. And if you watch babies even, you may want something good for them. You want them to have a bath and sleep well, but they don't want to do it. Why? Because that is free will in action. So what happens as we keep growing, we become independent and we are now free to use our free will because we don't have the guardians that are paying our school fees, that are housing us in their houses, that are buying our food. But remember, as a child is being told what to do, being guided, being literally mentored, their free will is being put under control. And that's how they're able to go through school, to go through the guidance, and they become the adults, whoever they end up to be, because they were guided, because they have free will to do whatever they want. They never wanted to go to school, but they were forced anyways. They became a doctor or they became a lawyer because their free will was put under control. So now adults, as we grow up and become an adult, you are already molded to be whoever you've become. And the main reason why we feel stuck in life is because we have already become whatever we became. And in order for us to get out of whatever we are stuck in or whatever we've already mastered, we have to be intentional and do something different in order to get unstuck. For example, if you're stuck in the cycle of poverty, you need to do things that will intentionally break you out of that cycle of poverty. Because remember, you are already built. You're no longer a child. You're now an adult. You have the free will. You have the freedom to do whatever you want. But that free will and that freedom comes at a cost. It will cost you from becoming who you want to be, from doing what you need to do. You will do what you want, but is it what you need to do? So in whatever area of your life you feel stuck, the reason why you're stuck is because you have already been molded to be that, and you need to start being intentional to break the patterns, to do things that are out of your comfort zone. I have about 5 things here that I found helpful in order to get unstuck in whatever area. It could be your finances, it could be your relationships, it could be any area of your life where you feel stagnant. Remember that you are already molded. And the first thing, if you want to get unstuck, is to find a mentor. Remember, when you were a child, you had guardians that were literally molding you forcefully, whether you liked it or not. Now that you're an adult, you don't have guardians. Most times we don't have guardians. We have our parents, but they can't really restrict what we do. We know what we want. They can tell you, you can say no, but be intentional and get a mentor, get someone to literally have you accountable to your growth. The church that I currently go to, they are very intentional and they want people to have financial freedom. And guess what they do? If you're ready to have financial freedom, they encourage you to save every week, like literally weekly. You're gonna say that you're gonna commit yourself to the amount of money that you wanna save every week, and you will have to save it. If you're not interested in financial freedom, then they don't force you to be part of it. But if you know that you are sick and tired of being broke, there is a way to keep you accountable, to save your money, to save your money and buy land and do things with it. So have a mentor, someone to keep you accountable to your own progress. And the other thing is that if you want to get unstuck, change your daily routine. Let's say, for example, you always wake up at 6 a.m. How about you try waking up at 5 or maybe 5:30? Let's say you always drink tea. Once in a while, drink coffee. Let's say you always drink passion fruit juice. Every once in a while, drink plain water. You know what I mean? Change your routine. If you always do your hairstyle a certain way, once in a while, change it. Like, change your routine. Just change your routine. It's gonna help you break out of whatever cycle you're used to. And third, put systems in place to help you do what you're doing. Let's say you're a content creator and you make YouTube videos. Like, put there a calendar and say that maybe this is my schedule. I will post a video every week. And for some time you may not know which day you're gonna post, but you know that every week I have to post a video, and go ahead and do that. Put systems. Don't feelings change, but if you have systems and you start doing something for some time, before you know it, you will feel guilty for not doing it, because the system is forcing you to become the better person that you want to become. And fourth is that be intentional about learning something new every once in a while. It could be a new language. I personally I've tried to learn languages, and it's always interesting that when I start to do it, I'm very excited about it, but I quickly break out of the pattern. But as I learn this, I am now being intentional. I want to learn new things, because I'm sick and tired of being stuck. So hey, I want to learn French, because I think it's a beautiful language. So yeah, you can learn whatever you want to learn. If you don't know how to drive, learn how to drive. You can learn to fly a plane. You don't necessarily need to be a pilot, but all I know is that the people that I look up to, they're always telling me to learn something new. And fifth, be open-minded, be childlike. Even the Bible says that the kingdom belongs to those that are childlike. Be childlike. Children are always excited, they're always running around, they're eager to do things, full of energy. Where did that child in you go? That child is still in you. So be childlike, be excited as you get things done. Alright? If you found this video interesting, I'm gonna link a playlist with other inspiring and motivating videos. I'll see you in the next video. Be blessed.